Year 3. It is Tuesday the 19th of January and this is our science lesson for week 3. So we are learning this week to be able to name and categorise different types of skeletons. To be successful today, we are going to learn about the different types of skeletons and categorise animals by the types of skeletons they have. So there's a picture of a skeleton here. What words do you think of when you see this picture or hear the word skeleton? Pause the video and jot down some words that you think of when you look at this picture or when you hear the word skeleton. Okay, so here are two types of skeleton. Which one do you think I have? This is what this skeleton here is saying. Do you think it is a vertebrate or an invertebrate? So we've got our vertebrate here or our invertebrate over here. Now, a vertebrate has a backbone, a spine, which runs all the way from the bottom of a neck all the way down into the hips. An invertebrate does not have a backbone. So pause the video. What do you think this skeleton has? Do you think it has do you think it is a vertebrate or do you think it is an invertebrate? It was a vertebrate. So you can actually see, if you look at the skeleton, you can see his spine running down here. Okay, well done. Okay, so let's have a look at these creatures that are on the slide at the moment. We've got a dog, a worm, a fish, a butterfly, a dinosaur, a human, and a jellyfish. So I want you to pause the video and see if you can sort them into vertebrates or invertebrates. Okay, so you might want to do this in pictures, or you could just write vertebrate on one side, invertebrate on the other side of your page, and then just write the names of the animals underneath in the correct place where you think it's going to go. Is it going to be a vertebrate or an invertebrate? Pause the video now, please. Okay, so this is how you should have sorted the creatures that were on the board a second ago. So in our vertebrate section, these are the species that do have a backbone, which means they are vertebrates. So a dog has a backbone, it has a spine, so does a dinosaur, this one in particular, so does a fish, and so does a human. Now the three animals on the other side, the invertebrates, do not have a backbone. They do not have a spine. So that is a worm, a butterfly, and a jellyfish. There is another way that we can classify our skeletons. So a vertebrate is an endoskeleton. So all vertebrates have an endoskeleton, and endoskeletons are inside the body. They grow with us. So our skeletons are inside our bodies. They grow when we grow. They are covered by layers of muscle, fat, tissues, skin, so that we can't see our skeletons. Now our invertebrates can either be an exoskeleton or a hydrostatic skeleton. So let's have a think about what they are. An exoskeleton is outside of the body. The animals shed these when they grow and new exoskeletons are formed. So you can see here in this picture of a scorpion skeleton is actually on the outside of its body. It's the hard shell, and then inside the hard shell you've got all of the scorpion's organs and mushy bits. Okay, now a hydrostatic skeleton is not made of bone at all, but it's a fluid-filled compartment in their body. So they have a big, like, sack of fluid almost, which protects all the important parts of that animal. So like a jellyfish, the dome on top of a jellyfish is a big sack of liquid which protects all of the important parts of the jellyfish underneath. Okay, your task today is going to be to put these animals into the correct column. Do they have a skeleton inside their body like humans do? So do they have an endoskeleton? Do they have an exoskeleton where the skeleton is on the outside of their body? Or do they have a hydrostatic skeleton where they have a sac filled with liquid on a part of their body to protect them instead? So I'm just going to zoom in on the creatures. So you can pause the video now and make a list of the species that are there. So we've got jellyfish, mouse, worm, goldfish, lobster, ant, prawn, beetle, killer whale, fox, slug, butterfly, human. Pause the video now to make a note of those. Okay, now once you've got all those down, you need to sort them into the correct column. So you need to draw a table, you need 3 columns. So one column, we need to have endoskeleton. The middle column, exoskeleton. And in the last column, hydrostatic skeleton. Pause the video now so that you can draw your table. Okay, so you are now ready to sort the animals, the species, into the correct columns. Now you can draw it and write it, like in the examples. You might just want to draw it, you might just want to write it. It is completely up to you. Pause the video now to complete your task. Okay, we should have finished our activity now. So get ready to mark. I'm going to reveal the answers. Okay, so here are the answers. So in the endoskeleton, so these are species which have their skeleton inside their bodies. You should have put a mouse, a goldfish, a killer whale, a fox and a human. In the exoskeleton, where the skeleton is outside of the species body, you should have lobster, prawn, beetle, ant and butterfly. And finally, in our hydrostatic skeleton, where instead of a skeleton, the species have sacs of liquid to protect their vital organs and their important parts, you should have the jellyfish, the worm and the slug. Okay, well done everybody, good work. And I will see you all next time. Bye.